I'm gonna do another little quick video. If you watched the previous video before this, I'm doing this new tarot spread. Well, it's not new, but I've been doing it for friends and family for a while, and it's like just a 4-card pull kind of thing, and then just doing it that way. If you've watched my previous videos, the way that I usually do it is just picking cards and just like showing them and like doing readings like that. You can book a personal with me from the link in my bio if anything resonates. Okay, and I can like always chop and change the timings and the prices or what kind of readings I do just to suit you. But yeah, and my readings are pretty accurate. I get really good feedback from friends and family and other people that I've done readings for. So obviously I am quite new to this, but I have had really good feedback so far. So I've got a good track record. Okay, let's begin. I really want to do, so I feel called to do like a significant other reading. So maybe like, how does your significant other feel about you? So that kind of thing. So how about we just begin with that? So if you have a significant other, a partner, a crush, a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, I don't know, one of many lovers, but one's your favorite. If you have any of those in mind, this is going to be your reading. So yeah, or maybe even a baby mama or a baby daddy. Anyway, how do they feel about you? This kind of like flipped, so that was that way round. Okay, they want to fight you. They want to argue with you. They're really mad. There's some disagreement energy. They're frustrated. I am getting a masculine energy here, not gender. So masculine energy is like logical thinking, like not really intuitive. They're not trusting feelings. They're looking at the facts that are in front of them. So their approach to this is looking at the facts that are in front of them about a situation, and they're like angry, aggressive. Like this is frustration, like conflict, like they're starting and picking arguments because of the facts that is in front of them instead of trusting their intuition and their inner feelings on what is the truth and what is true, which is unfortunate. But how I handle this situation, so how you collective should deal with this aggressive partner who's like arguing with you. I'm also seeing that they're like trying to grab your throat and stop you from speaking your truth, stop you from your throat chakra, like using your throat chakra powerfully. Sorry, there was like a moving thing there. That could be a sign though. I just stopped something from moving, so maybe that's what they're doing by choking you and your throat chakra, by not letting you speak your truth. They're doing that because their intention is to stop you from moving forward towards something. Now, how you should handle the situation, I went off topic again. So how you should handle the situation, weigh out your options. I'm seeing like, yeah, listen to their point of view. Like, this is more about like constructive arguments. You need to argue constructively, like productively. Make sure that it's not taking away from you. Like an argument needs to help, you know, it needs to be a healthy, grounded argument where you find a solution, whether that's to part ways or stay together, I don't know. But I am getting that there needs to be a grounded, level-headed, like not chaotic and messy kind of conversation that comes from this argument to find a solution. So it looks like you are weighing out what they're saying, or you need to, and weigh out what you're saying. So weighing out both points and trying to figure out like the right balance, the truth that makes everyone happy. And you can't make everyone happy in these situations, because I'm seeing 2 blue cards, so someone is going to be unhappy in this situation. But it's just about, like, I guess, like if this is a significant other and you do love them because they're your favorite person, you have to make that sacrifice. Like, love is about sacrifice, and if you can't make a sacrifice, then you sacrifice losing the person that you love, right? So you have to make sacrifices to not lose the person that you love if obviously you decide that they're more important than the other option that you're holding. A possible problem here is reconciliation. You might not know how to go about this to reconcile from this conflict and argument situation. I do believe that you took the time out to cry about it, reflect, maybe even like sucked up your tears and held it in and just kind of like sat with your feelings a bit and not really like had a the word I'm hearing is subverse and obverse, but I don't know if those are the words. Like a grand, big, tearful, like show of emotions. I'm not really getting that. So you've sat with it and thought about it, or you need to sit with it and think about it again a little bit longer, weigh out your options to make a new change to happen. Okay, so the world card. This is moving locations, moving house, traveling around the world. You could be traveling with someone. This could be a new job, a new cycle, a new chapter of your life, a new era, a new persona that you've created and built for yourself, and you're embodying it into your reality, and you're literally living your life like as this new person that you've invented for yourself. So yeah, new relationship, weddings, honeymoon, it can be anything. Anything you want it to be, a new goal that you fulfill. But anyway, it sounds like you weigh your options, and by the end of it, whatever you choose, it sounds like it's the right option, and only you know, and I think you already do know for most of you. You already know which option that you're going to take. You have to think about which option is worth sacrificing. Like, if you lose that option, would it be worse than, like, for example, I'm going to use this as a, well, we're talking about love, so we'll make it love relevant. I was going to use like an ice cream metaphor, but I'm not going to do that. Or maybe we could. So would you rather your partner or ice cream, for example? So that's what I'm seeing. So like maybe your partner's like, no, don't go for the ice cream. The ice cream has too much sugar in it. This is just an example. So you're like, but no, I want the ice cream. Yes, I like the sugar, but it's my life and I deserve to live my life how I want and eat this wonderful ice cream. Now, this doesn't have to like, it can be two people, it can be anything, it can be two ice creams, I don't know. It can be something totally like stricter, harder, like this is just an example because there's no right or wrong answer in this. Like you could so go for that ice cream or you could so go for that partner, you know, there's no right or wrong answer in this situation. It's just about what makes you happy. But if we take the partner away and you're left with the ice cream, do you sit, when you sit with your feelings and imagine what life would be like that, do you feel happy or do you feel like something's missing? But then if we take the ice cream away and you're left with your partner, sit with your feelings and imagine like, how does that feel? And if you feel like, again, something's missing, then you know that that was the wrong decision and you should have realistically chose what you wanted and that was the ice cream. But like, obviously that can be like anything that you want it to be. It can be two partners, two jobs, I don't know, I'm really running out of ideas, but that's what Spirit's telling me. That's the message that I'm trying to bring to you. So what we're saying here is like, yeah, if you choose your partner and you're like, yes, I made the right decision, like it's so fine that I left the ice cream, then you know you picked the right decision. If you pick the ice cream and lose the partner, then you're like, oh my god, thank God, like that partner was so controlling. Now I can have this like juicy ice cream, like it's so lovely. I don't know, all the sprinkles and everything, like what I was missing out on so much in my life just because they told me not to eat ice cream. So you know what I mean, like if you're happy about your decision, then you know that you made the right decision and you let go of someone controlling and toxic. But that's just like, it can be two ice creams, it can be anything. But yeah, like now that we know how they, well, did I say how they feel? So yeah, maybe you do choose the partner because of the cards that I said. Yeah, because of the cards that I said, I think you are choosing the partner and you're starting like a new cycle with them because it was the World card. But obviously if you're not choosing the partner, then you could just be moving away from them and moving to a new location, I am getting this new cycle, or maybe even they're moving away. So there is a move here in the future. Whether you choose this partner, they're moving, if you don't choose them, or you're moving with them, or you're moving away from them to start this new cycle, this new chapter of your life. I don't know. Should we find out what the argument was about? What was the argument about? Okay, your intuition is telling you. You already know what this argument is about. I'm going to say that the argument was already mentioned before. That's what Spirit's saying to me. There's an imbalance of two different opinions, very different opinions, and none is right or wrong. It's just a difference in beliefs, a difference in values, and that doesn't mean that one person's better than the other. It just means that these two people are not aligned at this moment in time. And one could be like saying, oh, like, I want to paint the walls white. One could be saying, I want to paint the walls black. I don't know. I want a white car. I want a black car. I don't know. But how you should handle this situation is quite literally like Spirit saying, like, break it up, break it off. Like, with the Tower coming in, there is a catastrophic change coming in. Doesn't have to be bad, but if you do leave it and don't decide and stay with indecision, it will be catastrophically bad because you'll end up losing both options. So definitely it's better to choose wisely, but you don't have to choose wisely. You already know the answer. It's whatever aligns with you and makes you happy. It's not your responsibility to care about how other people feel, and it's not your responsibility to keep other people happy. Like, you can't keep everyone happy in these situations. And but yeah, there is like a breakup, separation quite clearly here that needs to be done. And if it's not a breakup or separation, then I am seeing it's a breakup or a separation or an ending of a habit, of a toxic habit. So if it's not a toxic partner, and I'm only talking about toxic partners, not healthy partners, keep your healthy partners. If your intuition will tell you what you should be letting go of. If this is your own toxic trait or a toxic lifestyle, like let's say like you're drinking too much, or like you're going out doing drugs, or like you're spending too much, you're gambling too much, I don't know. Fear, like if you're really too fearful, stuck in this cycle of fear of like not being able to live your life and going after like options or like opportunities just because you're always fearful of even giving it a go, like anxiety, do you know what I mean? Like breaking those toxic cycles to go into the new chapter of your life that is healthier and more aligned with you and your growth and progression. So now we have the Queen of Buds. So a possible problem in this situation will be your finances. You could be heavily reliant on your partner for finances, and the Buds is like the Queen of Pentacles, which is stability. So a problem here is that, because obviously it's the answer, the focus, I forgot to say from a previous video, this is how I do the readings with the 4-card spread. The answer, the focus, how to handle the situation, possible problem, future effects. So yeah, and I've done these kinds of readings for so many different friends and family, and it's always been accurate. I'm really good at the accuracy of these. But yeah, you heavily rely on your partner for finances, and in today's day and age, like, you have to have a partner to like thrive, unless you have like a really good job to pay the rent or like pay your bills on your own, especially if two people are like paying partners in like towards a home, or like your accommodation or towards like a goal that you have together. So it's definitely quite complex in terms of that. Like there's definitely like shared finances that are an issue here. I'm getting like a joint bank account, some like contract or something that's jointly together. That's a problem in this separation, or even in separating from this toxic lifestyle, toxic habit of yours. And it could even be that you have a contract with this, like maybe if you're like gambling, maybe you have like a contract to this gambling scheme, or maybe if you're like on a subscription to get 5 bottles of wine per month and you're drinking them, I don't know, like, or like on a beer subscription. For some of you that could be really specific. Maybe like that's like a toxic contract that you need to be breaking here. But yeah, like ultimately, like this is going to slow your life down a little bit, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not hearing that it's a bad thing. When you're living in karmic cycles, like sometimes you go in like too fast for your own good, that your own energetic, spiritual, physical, emotional, mental body can't catch up, which is why you keep tripping up and like making mistakes. Because sometimes it is really like, well, not sometimes, it's always nice to be grounded and rooted in reality and like literally embrace life for the smallest things, like looking at the sky or like out your window when you're drinking tea, or like looking at the plants, the nature, observing the nature, what kind of plants are actually around you, looking at the pigeons and the animals flying above you on the grass, on the ground, you know, like observing the finer details of life, like looking at posters, looking at the quality of like a paper, like, do you know what I mean? Like just looking at like the details of life, the qualities that life brings us. Yeah. I really want to know more about this new cycle of your future. This new cycle that you as a collective are going into. I did kind of see the cards, but it's okay. Spirit wants this to happen. I can't get it. Okay, right. So, this new cycle of yours is going to look like temporarily you're losing out financially. That's what it's going to seem on the surface level. So surface level, people from the outside looking in, and bear in mind, outside opinions do not matter. Everybody forgets, and we all go through phases where in the moment, everybody's like, oh, but what will this person think of me if I do this? What will everyone think of me if I do this? But we all know that in like a few years' time, none of those opinions have ever mattered. And in the end, you're just left with, well, I wish at the time I just did what I wanted, because nobody's opinions is, no one's going to remember, no one's going to follow you and chase you down for the rest of your life, trying to like be like, why didn't you choose this option when you were told to do this option? Like, why did you pick that option? Why didn't you listen to us? Why didn't you live like us? Because obviously, like, people want you to live like them because they think that they're the best and the way that they're living life is the best. But the way that they're living isn't going to align with everyone. We're not all the same. It's really naive and stupid to think that we're all the same on this earth when we're not. Absolutely nobody on this planet is the exact same. Even identical twins are not the same. No one's going to be the exact same. Like, personalities are what changes people. Life experience, like, what happens to one of us doesn't happen to the next person, you know? So people who say you should live life like me because I'm a good example are living from the ego, and you should not be following them as an example because they're living from the ego, and the ego is based from fear. Like, people who live from the ego and say that the way that I'm living is right, they're the most fearful people out there. And the reason is because if somebody tells them, like, no, I don't want to live life the way that you're living life, because I want to live the life way I'm living life, and if you go out and live the way that you're living your life, and you're actually happy doing that the way that you wanted to, they're going to look at you and your happiness in your life, and you're being all happy and everything, doing life the way that you wanted to do, and they're going to look at their own lives and say, actually, I have to be honest with myself, I'm not happy with my life, because they were living from fear and not doing what they actually wanted to do in their life, what would make them happy, what their soul wants them to do, because they were living from the ego and fear and shutting off their spirit. So they're going to end up like feeling down and out and ashamed and angry and like quite gutted that they didn't go after what they wanted like you did, because you did that because you had the confidence to do that. You weren't living life from fear and the ego, and you ended up being quite successful and starting this new chapter in your life, this new era, and being really successful, abundant, and like being happy, like being really happy with your life. And you, although other people might have said like that's not the traditional way to do it, like you're supposed to, like, for example, you're supposed to go to uni, go get a job, go get married, go have kids, and then die when you're old. No, maybe you want to, like, not go to uni, or go to uni and then go traveling, or maybe like work for a bit and then go to uni when you're quite older, or like maybe you want to just go traveling and then just land a really good job, and like, or like start your own business, go on a complete tangent, you know, like, or just never have kids, or like have kids and then get married later on. I don't know, like whatever aligns with your heart and soul, right? People can't tell you how to live your life, like just because they're living their lives that way, because other people, they're living from fear of other people's opinions of them and shutting out what they really want to do and how they really want to live their lives, then that's on them for missing out on their own happiness. But that doesn't mean that you should please other people just because of what it's supposed to look on the outside to keep other people happy when you're feeling unhappy and unstable in your own life. So this chaotic energy is, this unstable energy is like what would happen if you had listened to those outside opinions, and other people from the outside looking in might think that you going off and doing what's aligned with your soul looks unstable and chaotic, and they might even tell you like, you chose to do this and now look, your life is so chaotic, your life is so messy and unstable. But you're like, well, you know what, you don't know what my life was like before. So I'm actually really happy with the decisions that I've chose, that with the choices that I've made in my own life now, because it's like, it's just aligned with you. Also, I've just realized I've went on a tangent from like a love reading to like a career reading, but I think it aligns, it works. Love, interesting, so amazing. I just said love and love came through. So we have the Lovers card. Okay, how to handle this situation. I am getting that you're going to align your heart, obviously, and soul to what your heart and soul is and what wants, the path that truly aligns with you, what you truly desire, the goals that truly align with your life, your partner, your dream marriage, your dream relationship, your dream relationships, your dream baby mom, your dream baby dad, your dream, I don't know, your dream job with your partner. Yeah, like you could be in a duo partner job thing, like a family business. Okay, so possible problem here is the Queen of Joints, which is the Queen of Wands, which tells me that there is another woman. There's another woman here. But obviously I'm just saying woman because it's the Queen here, but it could be another man. It could be another whatever gender you want to be. So yeah, another feminine energy here. Or like maybe even like not feminine energy. I'm not getting feminine energy. It just is like another person. So, because I believe that I did say masculine energy at the beginning, or it could be feminine energy, it's up to you. But this person is really bossy. They're a bossy boots and they're a drama queen. That's what I'm getting. They're bossy, they're a drama queen. They like to cause chaos. They like to cause trouble. They're a gossiper. What they do is like, oh my God, did you hear what this person said about this person? I can't believe it. Like, why do they live their life like that? Like, why are they so messy and unstable in their life? Because they are living from the ego. They care about how other people view them. They're the types of people who care so much about image, how other people view them and everything. And I'm seeing like two partners who are like together in a relationship, in a lover's relationship, and they're acting on paper as the perfect couple, doing everything right that you should do on paper. But the love is not there. The love is not there. I'm seeing copycat. Someone's a copycat. What they like to do is copy what other people do in happy relationships to imitate and mimic the idea of that they're in this loving relationship when they're not, because the love's not there. And that's your problem. This is the other person. They could even copy your partner. They could copy you. They could copy people that you know. They could copy your exes. Maybe they have a history of copying your exes. This person could also have like an officey kind of job. I don't know. I'm hearing admin because I'm just being noticed. I'm being noticed. I'm being drawn to the pen and paper. So maybe they have to write stuff down in their job. I don't know. If anything I've just said confirms in your head with your intuition on a specific person that you have in mind, then you know that it's that person. But this person, they're a bossy boots, they're a copycat, they like drama, they don't want you to like, they're almost like a lead, like I'm seeing like a leader, but because this is in the problem area of the spread, I'm seeing that this person is they're like, yeah, like a bossy leader, like you should follow me. You should follow the way that I live my life because I'm living from the ego and everybody thinks that I'm living the perfect life. But everyone who knows this person will know that they are not living the perfect life. This person just likes to think that other people think that they're living the perfect life, but it's hollow. It's hollow. It's empty. It's shallow. I've got pins and needles in my leg really badly. I think this person makes you feel numb. Like they actually make you feel like a flop, like numb. Their energy is, it's like they like to poke holes in your energy and just suck you dry like a vampire because they're so hot, like shallow and like empty and like hollow. And that's why they copy people, because they feed off other people's energy. They could literally be an energy vampire, spirit's telling me, because they suck your energy dry and leave you feeling depleted. And which is why like you get fearful from like chasing after your own goals and dreams, and maybe like, yeah, Like, they've done that and stopped you from chasing after your own goals and dreams and saying, like, you shouldn't do that, it wouldn't look good for your reputation, or you shouldn't do that. Other people would say this, and this about you, but realistically, you can't please everyone in this lifetime, and you have to think that in a few years' time, you're not going to know anyone. Like, we go through, like, friendship changes, social circle changes, like, every 2-3 years, I'm pretty sure. From my limited experience on this earth, I do believe that our friendship circles change every 2-3 years drastically. And yeah, so I think you have to think, by the end of all of this, have you chose decisions in your life that have actually made you happy? Because this person who's trying to, like, throw these opinions and these worries and these, like, their own fear, their own ego onto you, they're like, is their opinion really important? And, like, is it really going to make you happy? Or if you had gone after what you truly loved and wanted in your life, would that make you feel happier? So basically, you're here with two options. Do I listen to somebody else's fear projections and their ego being projected onto me? Or should I listen to what I truly love and know that is true for my own life? I feel like I've said, like, a few different messages in this reading, but, like, I really hope you're following. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. If I am confusing you, this message is just not for you then. Please click off and watch another video. I'm sure you'll find one that aligns. But I think it's because I'm channeling from spirit, so I don't really pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm just speaking. Spirit is speaking through me. But I don't think I fully understand anything I've just said in this video. But anyway, oh my god, this is amazing. So if you do choose what it is and handle the situation what's aligned with your heart and soul and your goals and your dreams and your true desires, you are going to meet your perfect match. You are going to find that perfect job. You are going to find that perfect life, that perfect new home, that perfect career, that perfect location, that perfect baby mom, baby dad, that perfect wedding, that perfect car, I don't know, that perfect lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle. You're going to find that perfect thing that you're searching for, the thing that's going to make you complete, whole and happy, by listening to your whole self, your heart. It's like you're finding your other half, the missing piece to your puzzle to complete your heart and your desire in your life, to feel whole in life, instead of listening to this shallow, hollow, empty person that is just trying to make you live from fear and ego so that they can take from you and suck you dry like an energy vampire. But anyway, like, also this as well with the purse and there's things in it, it looks really sly and sneaky to me, and I'm only just noticing this now for the first time, but it almost looks like, you know, when you're, like, in school and stuff and, like, people, like, steal little things, like, from each other. I know that I had, like, people steal from me in school, like, little things, like a toy or, like, a bouncy ball. So, like, I'm getting the vibe that, like, somebody's seen you playing with something, or, like, having, like, a characteristic, or having something, like a quality in your life that they were jealous of, that they envied, that they thought that their shallow, hollow, empty self was lacking, and they sucked it out of you and they kept it for themselves, and they stole it because they're copying you like a copycat. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. I'm going to end the message here. I really hope it aligned, and if it did align, please leave, like, a comment or, like, an emoji or a message to let me know. And I really hope that you do subscribe and share and, like, continue to follow on for other videos. And if you do enjoy and really enjoy do like a personal reading, you can gift it to one of your friends as well. If you have a friend who's going through something, like buy them one of my readings. I'll help you. Okay, thank you.